Hello everyone, and welcome back to Dragalia Foundry, a fan channel where everything Dragalia lost can be found. It's finally time, everyone. The game has launched. It actually launched about 20 minutes early. I was really happy to see so many people in the Discord, which you can find in the description below, jumping into the game, because as you'll see, there's a pretty long download when you first start off. Now, I am talking over this footage after the fact. I wasn't able to capture my audio while playing, but I think this will be a way of giving you my first impressions in addition to my gameplay, since this video is actually just covering the tutorial and basically my first summon. So beautiful intro screen, of course. I know people were just opening the app before service started just to watch this intro screen and listen to the music by Dalco. And then we get this, which I was not expecting, but yeah, after seeing this, now I know a lot of you are going to be further along than me in this game. It's going to take me some time to record the footage, and like I said, I want to take my time with it. I'm going to be playing through a little slower, so I'm counting on all of you to carry me, essentially. My Chromebook, so that's how I felt I was best able to capture the footage, because I was able to put it in portrait mode and use an app that recorded audio where I could still hear the audio, and I didn't want to miss this. This music is too good. But anyway, it's finished downloading. If you have suggestions for capturing, definitely let me know. That's something I still want to work on. And for the next video, I'm going to try use a different method on my Samsung S8, because I noticed it was pretty framey with this, but I really wanted to capture while getting to listen to the audio myself. It's so catchy. And I might also play around with the settings. As you can see here, I put on best graphics, but as we go forward, I may adjust that. At least to start off with, I wanted to see what the game was capable of. And right away, I was clicking on everything, so there's going to be stuff that I click on that doesn't even do anything. But I wanted to look through these tips, and it's just because there's so much we still didn't know at launch. And here we go, the tutorial. This is it, the Windworm's Wood. So we're gonna get the Pack Stone. And this threw me off at first. I was like, oh, we're gonna get Midgard Swarmer right here? But as you'll see, or as you know if you already played this part, it's a temporary thing. Which makes sense, because they have to teach you how to play with dragons. Okay, and testing out the controls, this is where I started to realize this Chromebook thing, and I don't know, tablet in general, might not be the best option, or it could have just been me, but my clicks were all over the place and my movement was not great, so I apologize for the bad gameplay. I promise I'm not this bad, even if I'm pretty bad. The other thing I kept wanting to do was click on enemies to attack them and like assume the protagonist or the character would walk toward them and then hit them. But you actually have to walk up to them first and then click to hit them. And that kind of kept throwing me off. It was one of my concerns going into the game, how they were going to handle the controls, because in general, I'm not a huge fan of virtual joysticks. I like how they're implemented in stuff like Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks in Legend of Zelda. I think maybe a stylus would help with this game too, and I've seen some people recommend that, so it's something I might look into if I do continue to play on a bigger device like a tablet. But I was also kind of hoping the style would be like Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, if any of you have checked that out. I'm not a huge Animal Crossing fan, at least not yet. I'm looking forward to the Switch one, but in that game, you could basically just click where you wanted to go, but if you clicked on things in the world, it would interact with them. So like if I clicked on an enemy, I wanted it to attack, but it wasn't. Anyway, you saw there that I tried to attack the tree because I wanted to see what dropped out of it. And I just got rupees. So that theory about fruit dropping from trees is debunked. But it was a pretty weak theory anyway. Alright. And this is the point where I probably should warn you guys, if you haven't played through this yet, there's going to be some story events happening. So be careful of spoilers. I'm playing fairly behind, so I think that you'll have already gotten through this if you're playing this game, or if you're watching this video, maybe you don't care about spoilers, but I do want to warn you guys, there are some things that happen in the opening here that I did not expect, so just be aware of that. I hope that everybody was able to download it who wanted to. I know that right around launch, some people from different regions were having trouble. We added a tech support channel in our Discord, so if that's something that you think might help you, you're welcome to look there.
Is that
okay,
magic?
Now we get voice acting and this music. What's going on with this music? It's super high tempo. I like it though.
I'm in trouble.
Brother, I'll get you out of there.
All right. Zethia. Zethia and Not to the rescue.
Zethia, Not, what are you doing here? I told you to wait at the castle.
You shouldn't try to do this alone. Let us help you.
I feel like the protagonist is a little bit
The reason you benched us is so we could come swooping in to save
sketchy. Like, I don't know what people's perceptions of him are so far,
Protect you. You
but I'm kind of getting like an Alphonse vibe if you've played Fire Emblem Heroes. I'm kind of getting like,
Protect us from what?
he's a really good person, he's trying really hard, but I'm not surprised to see Zethia and Not rescue him here, and it's kind of funny how he's pushing them away and trying to do everything on his own.
The ordeal, the three of us must face it together.
You're right. I was overconfident, and there's no denying I could use the help. Thank you. Both.
Alright,
Now let's
power
move
of
on.
friendship,
Our
let's
goal
go.
is just ahead.
And this is cool because Zethia joins the party at this point, and it can kind of shows the guest character thing that we saw in some of the preview coverage, where you can have NPCs that are playing alongside you. They'll be attacking, interacting. It looks like, at least in this chapter, you're unable to control Zethia, so I don't know if that'll be a thing later on. Okay, and here's where I got dodging. Once again, I need to work on my control setup with this, but you'll see I do some dodges kind of haphazardly, but
Yes.
I don't think you can really fail the intro, so I lucked out in that case.
Yes.
And that's where you saw me tapping on those barrels. I was like, go over there and hit the barrels. But no, you have to walk over and then attack. Yeah, the struggle here. I'm trying to find like the optimal way to move, and maybe I should switch the orientation. And I saw that there's like a left hand and right hand. I'm right-handed, but I think I hold my phone with my left hand, so I don't know. I'm not sure what the best way is.
Yes.
but I'll experiment when I'm on a different device. Yeah, and this is just habit for me. Like, any type of game I play, I'm always going backwards when I first start off. I'm always trying to find, like, any secrets, even though there shouldn't really be any secrets in a tutorial area. Alright, we made it to the heart of the forest. And I like the combination of storytelling we have. Like, we have the chibi cutscenes, we have these character stills, but here we go. This is what I warned you guys about when it comes to spoilers. Obviously it happens in the tutorial, so it's not a spoiler for very long if you're playing this game or planning to play this game. But like I talked about in the previews, Zethia appears to be this time-traveling, mysterious person. And not just Zethia, but basically Dark Zethia? So now we got a brawl on our hands. Gotta fight these guys.
Brother! Hold on, I'll heal you.
Big heals for the prince.
You must put an end to this folly at once. I will see to it this mistake does not happen again.
Yo. I really hope we can summon for her, or we get her as an alt for Zethia, because
I can finish the task.
that's a really cool outfit. I mean, that's like a Masked Marth level outfit. You're not fooling anybody with this outfit of who you are, but she's pretty bad. She's pretty bad. I like that outfit.
Has completely fallen away. Well, you seize the chance you're given, I suppose.
Stop! No closer!
Yo, okay. I'm also remembering some of this for the first time because I recorded last night around 3 a.m. And looking back on it, I was pretty tired setting up everything for the release.
Let any harm come to either of you.
And even though I cut it out, it took me about an extra half hour to do that initial download.
Oh, great
So I kind of forgot that she summoned this lion first.
Then heed my call. Grant me the Packstone's power.
But yes, Midgard Stormer.
Voice, Pact Seeker. Now prove your feeble flesh can withstand the supreme power of a dragon.
What do you guys think about his voice? I feel like he sounds stern yet majestic. Is anyone playing with the Japanese audio, by the way? I'd be curious about that too. I didn't really even get to a point where I could adjust those types of settings, so let me know. I won't consider it a spoiler whether you can play with Japanese audio or not. But here we go. Masked Girl. We know who Masked Girl is. The dragon has answered me. And yeah, this is basically the shapeshifting tutorial. I read, leading up to the release, that once you shapeshift, you're actually invulnerable. So I'm not sure how that works, if you're invulnerable to everything, or if it's just going to be like status effects. But I was still trying to dodge out of these attacks. Again, with my somewhat shoddy controls. But I noticed right away the dragon has like a very different amount of dodge and different attack sequences. But yeah, I don't think you can really lose this fight. Which is too bad, because that boss looks like it could be a real menace. So maybe he'll come back and pose a fight. Alright, now it is funny for me to see the dragons in chibi form, because I feel like they're bigger than the characters, but they're still kind of small.
Power is true.
No. He's forged the pact again. Is there no changing this?
Yeah, and that line right
I
there.
can stay here no longer, but I will return.
That makes me both excited and worried for the story. I think as long as there are no child units, I'll be okay. If there's like Kid Zethia from the future, I think it'll be too much for me. But this is what I was thinking happened earlier. That's what I misremembered. Where he cuts her mask. Dramatic reveal. Oh, but then that music kicks in though. That music. When I was editing this video, I had to cut out the downloading part, and I felt so bad because there's no good place to really cut out that song and interrupt it. I really just wanted to keep it in, but like I said, it took me a good half hour. And we have another download coming up here in a minute. But yeah, she's gone. And I like how Naut is kind of sassy. I like her attitude. So Zethia seems to be like super good, super pure, but Naut's kind of got an attitude. I'm really looking forward to see what personalities the other characters have, the other story characters. Alright, Packstone. Now we can become an heir to the throne. But no, not yet. We gotta play some story quests before that. Misthold. Yeah, this is what I mean with the sass on Naut. All caps? That's pretty good. I like that they're willing to go there. In any gacha game, it's good to have a range of personalities on the characters. Okay, so I was debating. I was like, man, I want my main character to have his canon name. I'm kind of a stickler for that. Like, I always name Link Link. But no, this is going to be an account for the channel. It's one that everybody's going to see. It would be pretty bad to just have the protagonist's name. And by the way, if you don't know, I guess I decided to go by Foundry for this channel. And here we are back at the download screen. I feel like we might see a lot of this as I play through this game, but again, just so hard to cut out that music. It's like, if this is how every download is like, I think I'll be okay with it. Reminds me or gives me like an MMORPG vibe. I don't know, this is probably going to make me seem very old, but if any of you played stuff like Ragnarok Online back in the day, the cutscenes and the visual stills that would be in the server opening pages, it really reminds me of that. And the gameplay too, to a certain extent. But we made it. Daily bonus. And here I was trying to click on everything, but every touch, every click activated not saying something, so I didn't really get to see what the other items were. And yeah, at this point, looking at it, we can actually suss out how much Wormite we're going to get and how many summonings we're going to get over the launch. But that's a good amount. We should at least get a 10-fold summoning out of it. Alright. And now, we're actually kind of into the game. There's a few more scripted bits that we have to go through. But this is also the point where I was like, okay, maybe we should finish this off with something cool and then wait and I'll do another video, try something different for footage. Because when I was recording this, this section was really making my device chug. And I think having that adventure on that animated loop is going to do that, but it's also so cool. I like the campfire scene. I've seen that. I like the walking. And there were a ton of notifications, so I only clicked into one. And it's the million subscriber one, or million pre-registrant rather. So we're going to get some extra Wormite. We're going to get an extra 1,000 Wormite, which is awesome. And when I click close, I wanted to read the rest of the notifications, but I closed everything out. And yeah, this is where it gets good. Finding some allies. So this is the free summon we're going to get. And I think, I'm not sure how it works yet. I think it's at least a 4-star hero. Let me know if you got a 5-star from this. I'm curious about that.
If someone steals
But,
something, steal it right back.
oh, I like that voice on the pirate. I don't know her name yet. Sorry. I haven't memorized it. Okay. This is big. A lot of people were asking me who my waifu was going to be in this game. I said that I was afraid of commitment. I'm also a little concerned that the idea of waifus is problematic, so on this channel we're going to do both waifus and husbandos at least.
My people will be avenged.
But I'm not even going to front with you guys. Then I summoned Eleonora. And she's looking pretty good. I think I'm into it. But I was really happy for her as my first summon. I mentioned I'm interested in Ezlith and Hawk on my character showcase video, but they're both 5-star exclusive from what I can tell, so this is an awesome start. And yeah, you can see me kind of clicking around at everything. I'm like so fascinated what the interface is. I've been studying and analyzing all this stuff, so love the portraits of these characters, how they all have that base. But yeah, I was clicking on her to see if she would make, like, give some speech. Cycling through. And yeah, that shows XP to next level, and you can toggle it. I was clicking on those to try to get a description. And then details gives you like a summary of your total kit and the stats. So Viper Bolt deals wind damage to a target. Now the other thing that excited me about Eleonora is, because she's an archer, maybe me tapping on the enemies all the time, she'll actually be able to hit them because she's using a bow and arrow and not a sword, so I could see myself using an archer for sure, especially because that just feels more natural to me. All these skills, like, this game has a lot of systems, and even covering stuff before launch. You guys are probably way more knowledgeable at this point, but eventually I think I'll catch up, and as we get into the meta, I can talk about stuff like that.
Fallen, but I am still its head. Food, clothes, jewelry, all this human stuff is so exciting.
Gotta listen to those voice clips.
Pride of my people.
So, she said her village fell? I
I
wonder if that means Sylvan Village, because she is, as you can see, a bunny girl.
My tribe's village may have fallen, but I am still its head.
And then the 3D model. It's so cute. It's actually a really good 3D model. There were some people who felt like the art style was generic or didn't really like it at first. I like that it's so consistent for the heroes, and then the Worm Prince is where you get that variety. And I think the 3D models look really good in the game. I would love for this game to come to Switch or something like that. The fact that it requires an internet connection all the time, though, I don't know if that's really likely, especially now with Nintendo Switch Online. But yeah, I just wanted to stay on that page and look at like the showcase and look at everything. But we have to learn how to set everything up, so we're going to learn how to make a team. And you see that optimize button? That's the auto team creator I was talking about. But of course, we only have one ally right now.
For Alberia!
And I'm really excited to use her and try her out.
I admit, every now and then
But for now, we're about to head into Chapter 1. And I think that's going to do it for this video. That's going to be my first summon, my overview of the tutorial. Let me know how it went for you. And expect more very soon. Thanks for watching, and see you next time!